Hello, my name is Hayden. I'm the director of Astronaut The Last Push, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the visual effects that went into getting Life 1 to look this good for the film. Before making the movie, I actually had no experience doing visual effects at all. I was a practical person. I knew that I could build the set. The set for Life 1 was built entirely out of packing crates and sheets of plastic, and that I was comfortable with. So over the course of a few weeks, the set took shape, and finally it was something that we could shoot in. And we had a bunch of fake monitors in there, and the walls would come off so that we could shoot from different sides. But no matter how much we shot, I knew that eventually the guys thought, how are you going to make all these monitors light up? And I said, well, I'll figure it out, I promise. I would talk to AJ, and he would say, well, what about the spaceship? What is the spaceship going to look like when it's flying by outside? And I said, well, I'm going to figure that out too. You know, eventually, all these shots where a car is looking at a monitor like that will turn into something that makes sense, that we'll be able to see what he sees, and I'll be able to figure out how to track stuff and how to make it all come together for the final shots in the movie. And all the green screen that we shot, and a lot of shots, pickup shots throughout the movie, they'll all get backgrounds, everything will make sense in the end. But AJ really wanted to know, what are we going to do about that spaceship? So I built a miniature, because that's my background. And we even shot some great test footage of it. But the problem is that we realized that no matter how awesome we were only going to be able to shoot long enough to maybe get 6 shots of the spaceship, and that just wasn't going to work. So I figured I would learn 3D modeling. And I started by learning Blender and putting together these rough animations so that we could time out the shots in the movie and figure out exactly what kind of shots that we were going to need. And step by step, I learned how to make awesome spaceship models just like this. And I showed it to the guys in Kim with these very simple spaceships and simple planets flying by, and I knew that eventually it was going to look cool, but they looked at me like possibly I was mad. So I sat down and I took my skills with Blender, which is a free software you can get off the internet, and I tried to make it as good as possible, but it still wasn't quite real looking. It wasn't going to capture your imagination. So then I learned Maya. I taught myself Maya, and I learned how to build planets, and I took simple models like this that I got out of Blender, and with a little bit of work and a lot of long nights and tutorials, I figured out how to make the spaceship look really cool in 3D. A lot of detail and a lot of late nights so that I could take simple animations like this that we used to study to figure out what kind of shots we were going to need and how we were going to make the whole movie come together into something that was really magical. And all these shots on the set looking at green screen that I knew was going to have something there. Well, after a lot of long work and a lot of energy and a lot of tutorials that you can all find on the internet for free, I learned how to animate the spaceship and get really nice renders and get things that actually looked pretty cool, to the point where I think everyone was really proud of how the spaceship looked in the movie. All of the planet Earths that you see back there, those are all still images from NASA that you can get for free because we own them as taxpayers. And all of the images of Venus were images of Earth that I color corrected and animated a little bit, added little bolts of lightning to, and just to make it look more active. So this still image here has been color corrected to look like Venus and has a little bit of a cloud animation going on there. These are things that are all done in 2D so that I could have my 3D spaceship fly by this still image of a hurricane, and then I just give it a little bit of a twist to make it look alive. So in the end, it just took a lot of time to get here, almost as much time as it takes Michael Forrest to make his journey. Thank you for watching this little documentary about how we did the visual effects for Astronaut The Last Push.